Yo, what is up, guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG. And what I got for today, guys, is going to be a video that I've always wanted to do on my channel, kind of like a little brand new series. And it's basically where I'm going to take two theme decks of pretty much the same one, or I could mix them. That could be a cool idea in the future. But basically, let's throw a little scenario out. Let's say you're a brand new player and you're at Target, Walmart, or a store, whatever, card shop, and you're like, okay, I want to try the Pokemon TCG. I want to get into the card game, see what I think. And so you're like, okay, I'm going to buy two of the theme decks. And for this video, let's say your favorite Pokemon is Raikou. I do want to try to get the tag team theme decks going. That was like the original plan, but as you can tell right here, guys, your boy is kind of short some coins and some cash in real life because I've been having to buy stuff to keep the channel going. But I decided since I have this one all ready to go and I already have a gameplay for it, let's just say your favorite Pokemon's Raikou. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to buy a couple Raikou deck. I'm going to build it and see what I think. And so just a little disclosure here. I did not use any outside cards. I only used cards included in the theme decks. So just a little bit of a disclaimer there. So with basically every single theme deck, they have things that you can add to them, things you can take out of them. For those stage 2 decks, pretty much what you want to try to get is rare candies and such. This one, you definitely can, but I think just kind of like the general strategy of what I mostly do with this deck is I attack with this thing right here. I can't pronounce this Pokemon's name even still to this day, so I'm not even going to bother. But yeah, so here's the deck. Basically, I just kind of maximized the supporter count. I kept like a decent energy count, and the cool thing is you have Zebstrika, which is a really cool draw support with this deck. And then search cards, I really maximized those. And this is basically what I ended up with. I'm going to kind of talk about the deck. It has the same general strategy of the theme deck, but it's a little bit of an upgrade. So we're going to start off with I'm just going to say Nag. It's my Nag. Okay, that sounds a little racist. Anyway, moving on. This has the ability charging up. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So that's going to make cards like Ultra Ball a lot better because you can throw a electric energy into the discard pile and attach it with this ability. And then it has Turning Point for 80. And if you have exactly 3 prize cards remaining, this attack does 80 more damage. So, late game, this could be a very, very good attack. And we are going to be running a 3-3 line of this Pokemon. And then, of course, the granddaddy, the big dude, the main guy of the deck is going to be Raikou. Well, I say main guy, but mostly the other one that I just showed you is going to be the main attacker. Raikou has the attack Lost Voltage. Now, originally I had a higher count of this, but as I got to playing with it a little bit, I was like, okay, I don't really like this at a high count. I kind of want to take this out and adjust it for something else. But it does have the attack Lost Voltage. If you have any electric energy cards in the Lost Zone, this attack does 90 more damage. The problem with this deck is you don't have rare candies, so Ampharos, while yes, the combination is really good, um, it's kind of hard to pull off. That's why I mostly attack with this one right here. If you do have rare candies, then 100% you could easily go with that route. There's also other cards like Lost Blender that could help you out with that strategy and just kind of getting Raikou going, which is really nice. Yeah, so basically you're going to get 120 damage for 2 energy if you have a electric energy in the discard pile. And the cool thing about this is, along with the ability here, Raikou is actually very easy to charge up because you have the ability here charging up. So that means you can get electric energy and then attach it to him. And then we have energy switcher, so that means you can kind of move your energy around a little bit and get some stuff set up to attack, which is really nice. I actually like 2 of them in this deck just because of that reasoning. Is you can just get energy out of your discard pile and just like get some energy acceleration going and moving them to other attackers. Next up, we're going to take a look at Ampharos. We have a 3-2-3 line in here for some reason. I don't know why didn't go with 3-3-3. But we have a 3-2-3 line in here just for consistency reasons. But Ampharos has Unseen Flash. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, like I don't know why I don't have a 3-3-3. I guess it just wasn't like a focal point of the deck and something else I wanted to focus on. But anyway, Unseen Flash. Once during your turn before you attack, you may put 2 electric energy cards from your hand into the Lost Zone. If you do, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. So you can run a 3-3-3 line. Just something in here I did. I don't know what my reasoning was. I had this deck built for a very long time, and I had the gameplay, but I've been working on getting a mic, so I kind of forgot my reasoning. Anyway, so Ampharos is a really, really good card when you get it out. I can't stress that enough. It is a great card when you get it out because it sets up Raikou, and on top of that, it just allows you to kind of get your opponent like on the paralysis side, and that's why I included 13 electric energies. That way you kind of have some flexibility. And good God, I have a lot of electric energies. Anyway, So, yeah, you just put 2 energy from your hand into the lost zone, and you paralyze them. And it has split bomb for 2 electric energy. Does 50 to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. Not the best attack, but I guess it can soften up some stuff, which is not bad. And then we have Zebstrika. Zebstrika has Sprint. Once during your turn before you attack, you may discard your hand and draw 4 cards. This is also another way for you to get electric energy into your discard pile, so that way you can use charging up to add or just attach an electric energy. And then Headbolt for 60, 2 energy. It's okay. It's not a bad attack. This mostly is going to be in here for the Sprint ability, just giving yourself a little bit of some draw power. And this is also a really good way to ditch cards out of your hand, just get them out of the game that you might not need anymore. For the supporters, okay, so here's the thing. There are definitely some way better supporter options out there. Of course, one of them being, since you do run a Mareep with 60 HP, and then you run Blitzel, you run Poipole. Professor Elm's lecture might not be the best option if you want to go with the route for this deck, but cards like Cynthia, you can increase the Lily count. Guzma is really good. Guzma, whatever you want to call it, it's really good. And then there's some definite ones from Tag Team that are really good you can add in here. Um, so yeah, you can definitely improve on the supporter count here. But like I said, just for this video, I just hit my mic. I apologize. Just for this video, we're going to be using stuff from the theme deck. So basically, what I did was I maximized the supporter count, running 4 Hal. I figured, why not? We'll just get 4 cards in here, allow you to draw 3. Partnered up with Zebstrika. You have pretty decent draw power there. 2 Copycat. I'm not a huge fan of Copycat. I would rather run Tate and Liza over Copycat, which is good because we do have 2 of those in here as well. This has 2 abilities. It allows you to either switch a Pokemon, so basically it's just a switch, or you can shuffle your hand to your deck and draw 5, which is not bad. And then 2 Professor Kukui, just a couple in here, just increase damage, and on top of that, you get to draw some cards, so that's not bad. Again, partnered up with Zebstrika, pretty good. 2 Pokemon Fan Club, search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon, reveal them and put them in your hand. This is just a really good way for you to get Pokemon. I mean, let's just be honest with you. You can grab Raikou, you can grab Poipole, you can grab Blitzel. It doesn't matter, just whatever, as long as it's a basic. And then 2 Lily. I kind of wish there was more in here, just because I feel like out of the entire supporter line, this one is probably the best. But at the same time, hey, 2 Lily, better than none. So yeah, we ran there is an Ultra Ball in the deck, so we're going to be running 2 of these. I definitely would recommend trying to get 2 more. I am still very, very against the fact that Ultra Ball is a League Cup promo and not a League promo. I feel like Ultra Ball being a League promo is 1,000 times better than it being a League Cup promo, just because of the scenario. Oh, hey, new player that just started Pokemon. Here you go. Here is 4 staples for your deck. There you go. But yeah, so Ultra Ball, you discard 2 cards from your hand, get some electric energy for charging up, and you get to search for a Pokemon and put it in your hand. Not bad. And then Timer Ball, I feel like honestly, I used to really like Timer Ball, but after getting some more playing time with Great Ball, I feel like Great Ball could 100% be a very, very good option. And honestly, Great Ball is super easy to get. But I would definitely swap out Timer Ball for Great Ball if you want to go the route for this deck. But yeah, Timer Ball, you flip 2 coins, search your deck for an evolution Pokemon, reveal and put it in your hand. This will allow you to get Zebstrika, Flaffy, Ampharos, and my nag right here, this dude right here. God, that sounds racist. Anyway, so also we have Rescue Stretcher. This is in here so that way you can shuffle some Pokemon back into your deck. I only went with 1 because 2 seemed clunky. I just drew it and it kept getting awkward. You can definitely 100% run 2 if you would like. That is up to you. Again, this is my list. This is just a sample list. If you make the deck, you don't like it, there's some stuff you want to change, some stuff you feel more comfortable, 100% go for it. Go for it. This is just basically here you go. Here's an example of what you can do with the deck. Take it, excel with it, and welcome to Pokemon. Then we have 1 Escape Rope, just a switching card in here. We also have the 2 Tate and Liza, so that's not bad. But the 1 Escape Rope in here was definitely one that I really wanted to include. And honestly, I messed around with this deck. I played a few games with it and just kind of get some testing going. I finally got the list to where I liked it, and so yeah, you guys are actually going to be seeing a gameplay of this deck in action. All right, it's gameplay time. So I start off with a Poipole and a Blitzel, not too bad. Uh, Pretty decent hand. I got a Copycat, I have an Ultra Ball, I got a Nest Ball, I got the Ultra Beast thing, electric energy, so pretty good. I see my opponent does start a Horsey, so that means I'm going to be facing off against a Kingdra deck of some sort. So I'm just going to go ahead and open Nest Ball for Marie, get my field kind of built up here, attach electric energy to Poipole, and then I got a nice copycat for 6 since my opponent only benched one or only played one Pokemon, and actually draw into a semi decent hand if I can hit my timer ball next turn. So I'm going to play another Nest Ball, grab a Raikou, and so yeah, my field's looking pretty good. It just kind of depends on that timer ball next turn. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to my opponent. So yeah, this actually was a pretty good game, I think. It really displayed what the deck can do. It just kind of showed off how to play it mostly, and I feel like this was probably the best gameplay I could have possibly gotten. My opponent does play a Cynthia down, has a water energy onto that Horsey, and I see my opponent does play down an Eevee, so that means more than likely this is going to be a Glaceon Kingdra deck, which can be pretty good if it can set up. Glaceon could definitely be a problem because of the fact that it can just pick off stuff, and I can't really necessarily one-shot it. But I do draw into a Flaffy, and I actually luck out pretty big here with my timer ball. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the Zebstrika here. I'm going to attach an electric energy to Poipole. And now that means I can get a couple electric energy into discard pile for charging up later in the game, which is pretty good. On top of that, I'm going to get myself a fresh hand of 4. And I haven't played my supporter yet, so that means I can play that too if I draw something good. It does look like I don't really draw anything necessarily to write home about. I actually misclick right here. I almost grabbed the second Zebstrika, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just guarantee myself an attacker here. So yeah, it started off as a misclick, and then I thought about it. I was like, no. We're gonna get some damage on the field. So right here, I'm gonna charging up, and that means there you go, boom. Turn 2, I have 3 energy on this Pokemon, so I can start attacking. I'm gonna knock out that Horsey, take a 5 to 6 prize lead, draw first blood, and looks like I pull another Mareep off the prizes. Not too bad. So yeah, honestly, I feel like that was about as good as like I guess the first 2 turns as I could have asked for. My opponent is going to be attaching a water energy, getting Glaceon out on the field with that. What is that called? I can't remember. I cannot remember Eevee's energy evolution. Is that what it's called? I just had a blonde moment there. Wow, I forgot about that. That's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, energy evolution, such a good ability. Just allows you to get an attacker right out. And my opponent does play a fan club, so he's going to be able to grab a Rangaroo and a Alolan Vulpix. So yeah, not only is he going to be able to search for Pokemon, but if his hand side gets low enough, he can actually use a Rangaroo to draw some cards. I actually side against playing the Mareep down. I'm just going to go ahead and play the Tate and Lisa, get myself a fresh hand of 5, and I draw a couple more timer balls. So my field's looking pretty good right now. And I actually get 2 heads here, which was huge. So I'm going to grab Zebstrika and Ampharos. I'm going to get that out. The game is going extremely smooth. So not only can I, just sprint twice a turn, now I have my Ampharos. I can use its ability to paralyze that Glaceon, so that means it can't attack me right away. Just soften it up. So yeah, this definitely is going in my favor, and honestly, I can't ask for a better hand. I really think I should have held on to that Kukui there, just because I would have attacked it and then used it again next turn, and then that would have been a knockout. But hey, it's all good. So yeah, I think I should have held on to it. Just my opinion here, looking back at this game. But right here, I'm going to be able to hit that Glaceon for 80 damage, which is pretty good. And I have an escape rope in case he does bring something up, along with an energy switch, which I actually talked about in the explanation video for this deck. That just opens up some plays, which is really, really nice. So yeah, this is actually being a pretty good set of turns here. So I'm able to play energy switch, get an energy onto my Raikou. Just a cool little combination you get to do with this deck, just being able to grab an energy out of your discard pile, move it to one of your attackers, get something going, and then I get to use sprint a couple times a turn, draw some cards. So yeah, this honestly is a pretty cool little deck. I like it. I think it's pretty neat, especially for a beginner. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. Just kind of get you used to like multiple different things going on in the game. Also, I want to go ahead and note real quick. If you guys hear whimpering in the background, I do have a 6-week-old puppy that likes to whine sometimes when it wants attention. It is learning that it is spoiled. But my opponent is going to play Guzma here. He's going to bring up Zebstrika. Honestly, I feel like Ampharos might have been a better option. Then again, hey, I could have started doing 50-50, 50-50 to stuff, but he's going to bring up that Zebstrika, and he's going to play, or he's going to beacon for a 1/1 line of Alolan Vulpix, which is pretty good. So basically right here, I'm like, do I want to Tate Lisa or do I want to Howl and just attach an energy? I was like, what do I want to do? And I was like, oh yeah, if I draw into another Naga thingy, whatever, I can just attach retreat and then charge up. So not too bad there. I really like the charging up effect. This Pokemon is mostly played with Blacephalon, or however you say that thing. It's like the lollipop sucker monster clown Pokemon thing. You know, the fire one. It's mostly played with that, but I think all around it's just a really nice card. So right here I'm going to retreat my Zebstrika, and that means I get to use Charge Up and just attach energy for my discard pile back to my hand later on in the game whenever I want to. So that's pretty good. But right here I'm just going to hit that for 80, take a 4-6 prize lead. And right now the deck is really showing what it can do. It's showing how to set up, how to play it, the fact that you can use Charging Up, you can use Energy Switch. And honestly, I think you add a couple cards to this deck. I think for a beginner deck, it can be pretty powerful. You know, you get yourself, you know, maybe like some rare candies, get your Ampharos out quicker, or you know, you can get like I don't know. There's some stuff out there that can definitely make this deck better, I believe. One of the things I was thinking about was maybe throwing in like what is that card? The one that lets you do like more damage with electric Pokemon if you really want to go like the Raikou route, which would be pretty neat. So yeah, that was just something I was thinking about. So my opponent is going to hit me here with Frostbolt. I think that's what that attack called. 90 and 30 damage. He's going to target my 2 Ultra Beast here. Which, you know, hey, that's fine. Because I get the retreat. I think having 1 retreat cost on this thing is stupid because you can just, it's basically a free retreat. So yeah, right here I'm able to bring up Raikou and I'm able to hit it for 120. So I'm able to knock out that Glaceon, which is pretty nice because of Ampharos' effect, of course, earlier on, putting my 2 electric energy into the Lost Zone. So there we go. I'm able to charge up, which is insane when you think about it. It has 1 retreat cost and you just charge up, so it's basically a free retreat when you really think about it. So there we go. I'm able to do 120, and I'm going to go down to 2 prize cards. So I feel like this deck is actually playing pretty well in this gameplay. And honestly, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, like this deck, just like every single other deck that's out there, it isn't going to set up perfectly 100% every single game. But for the most part, I've had some pretty consistent starts. I'm able to get my stuff out pretty decently for, you know, what I have in here. I mean, honestly, you probably want to, you know, add in Great Ball, Ultra Ball, some better supporters and such, and it really help this deck out. It would make it, you know, just kind of excel. But yeah, I have a giant hand just of cards I'm not going to use, so I'm going to just opt to play my Tate and Lisa here and switch out, you know, just get another attacker going. Because honestly, if this goes down, you know, I'm able to recover pretty quickly. And on top of that, you know, I feel like this one serves its purpose. So if he knocks it out, it's no big deal. I'm up 4 prizes, so you know, hey, it's all good. And I'm able to just have energy acceleration. I'm able to get stuff out. I have another Poipole in my hand. I have a rescue stretcher. I have Kukui, Ultra Ball. So yeah, I'm sitting pretty good here. I'm going down to my final prize card. So honestly, this getting knocked out is not too bad. That, and I didn't want him to take a 2 prize turn, knocking out my active Naga dude, whatever. So, you know, promoting that one was probably the better option, forcing him to have a Guzma to be able to take the 2 prizes there. So there we go. He is going to knock it out. He's going to hit me for 520 damage. I thought that was pretty funny. But basically right here, I'm able to just bring up something pretty much like my 2 setup attackers right now equals perfect amount of damage to take my last prize. Unfortunately, I don't have a Guzma, so I can't really bring up Vulpix or Ranger and knock that out, which is pretty unfortunate. But I'm going to just, you know, set down another Raikou, pretty much sealing the game. I mean, there's no way he can win at this point. I'm going to use Turning Point for 80. And I think he actually ends up conceding here. Actually, for 100, I play Kukui. There we go. I think he actually ends up here conceding here in a second. So yeah, that is what you can do with the Raikou theme deck. I can't remember the freaking name of this deck. It's in the title, guys. But yeah, this is what you can do with this deck. Just you buy to it, you know, at a store, combine it, and you know this is one of the options you can go for. You know, you can add some stuff in your deck, of course, that'll make it better. But this is just kind of what I opted for with this list here, you know. But if you guys have any questions in the comment section down below, feel free to ask me. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is a series that I definitely wanted to do on my channel because I feel like this is videos that I don't know if there's many out there. I didn't really look. But I feel like this is a video that could really help out someone who's wanting to get into the game. And they're like, what can I do if I just go buy a couple theme decks? You know, like what are my options? How do I build a deck? What are, you know, how can I build the deck? So that's definitely why I wanted to do this series. That, and I really like playing with theme decks. I think they're really fun. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to try to do this for every single theme deck. So yeah, that's something I'm definitely going to be gunning for here in the future, just so I can have some consistent content. The tag team set is definitely the next one I'm going to be trying to tackle here. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, if it helped you out, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And yeah, take care guys. I love you. It's that Pokemon TCG signing out. It's my final goodbye. Peace.